Hi everyone, here are some amazing benefits of just choosing to eat gluten-free. Whether we like it or not, we are all gluten intolerant to a degree. Just like we all have a certain tolerance to alcohol, same rule applies. The body is pretty resilient and the damage is microscopic, so of course you won't notice the magnitude of damage done until it's too late. That's what makes it so dangerous. Even more so nowadays, the negative impact gluten has on the body is even worse due to the fact that it has been hybridized far beyond the threshold of being labeled beneficial to human health. When these countless mutations were carried out, it was to increase crop yield. No one asked if it was still healthy after this process. And that's what today's video is all about. Cutting gluten aids the body in stabilizing blood sugar. This is good for anybody with messed up blood sugar, aka dysglycemia. This also means that it's helpful for anybody struggling with eating disorders of any kind. Wheat has grown to become one of the most highest placing foods on the glycemic index next to sugar. This is compared to all other foods that consist of the Western diet. It even surmounts table sugar on the glycemic index scale, gram for gram. 2 slices of bread raises your blood sugar higher than 2 tablespoons of sugar. Shocked yet? And as you know, what goes up must come down. After your blood sugar spikes from gluten-harboring foods, your blood sugar drops dramatically, which often leads to increased cravings and binge eating behaviors. Being that gluten-harboring carbohydrates raise your blood sugar, this also triggers an insulin response. Higher levels of insulin do one thing really well: store fat. When people migrate to a gluten-free diet, the difference is night and day, and the scales start moving again. According to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, studies have found that people who consume gluten eat an average of 400 more calories per day. In a book created by Dr. William Davis, it details how morphine-like compounds created from the digestion of gluten pass through the blood-brain barrier and sadly have the potential to generate euphoric sensations, addictive or dependent behaviors, and also, of course, appetite stimulation. Beyond this, gluten also contains lectins, which can bind to insulin receptors and create insulin resistance, a dangerous condition that can be a precursor to all of the top 10 killing diseases. It can also bind to the lining of your intestines, causing you to store more calories as fat. If you thought that was bad, get this. Lectins can trigger leptin resistance. Leptin is your satiety hormone. It's needed so your body knows when it's had enough. With leptin resistance, you'll feel hungrier even after you've eaten a full meal. So if you couple lectins with leaky gut, inflammation, and poor nutrition, your metabolism will stall. A surefire way to collect some extra pounds. Going gluten-free improves digestion, and also, bonus points, helps rid fatigue. Digestion requires a lot of energy, and it takes even more of a toll when your body is trying to process something that it can't, aka gluten grains. Gluten has even been shown to increase zonulin levels in the intestines. Zonulin is a protein that regulates your tight junctions. Research has shown that higher levels of this protein may loosen tight junctions and increase intestinal permeability, resulting in leaky gut. There are 2 main factors known to stimulate zonulin levels in sensitive individuals: bacteria and, I'm sure you can guess by now, gluten. Gluten intolerance can also cause so much damage to your small intestine that key organs stop producing enzymes like lactase for dairy products. So gluten could very likely be the source of some of your food intolerances or sensitivities. This isn't solely linked to just dairy enzymes, but others as well, like sugar processing enzymes. Gluten is a root problem, so cutting it out may be the answer for you and your food sensitivities. Going gluten-free works wonders for your immune system. Not only do gluten grains have to be fortified to bring what little nutrition it has to offer to your body, but it also steals nutrients brought by other foods. Gluten-triggered permeability inhibits your gut from absorbing nutrients and making vitamin B12. Gluten grains also contain phytates, an anti-nutrient that can block mineral absorption. So unfortunately, you'll be missing out on important immune nutrients like vitamin B complex, vitamin C, zinc, iron, vitamin D, calcium, and most likely much more. Cutting gluten can lower inflammation. Brain fog, aching joints, migraine, and leaky gut, just to name a few, are all caused by inflammation. Decreasing the consumption of inflammatory foods will lower inflammation in your gut as well as everywhere else in your body. And lastly, going gluten-free improves skin health. For most, gluten can cause the immune system to overreact, which can lead to various allergic and immune type reactions, including skin problems like psoriasis, eczema, acne, dermatitis, vitiligo, and the list can go on. Gluten-sensitive individuals create antibodies against gluten. Antibodies are proteins used by your immune system to fight occasional foreign invaders. So when gluten is consumed, the immune system uses the same created antibodies to attack. This immune reaction creates inflammation and damage the lining of the intestine. This can also trigger other immune reactions throughout the body. If and when gluten proteins leak into the blood, the immune system will attack in tenfold and it will show up on your skin. Nevertheless, whether you have digestive issues or not, research has proven that the best treatment is a strict gluten-free diet. Additionally, studies have shown that if gluten is reintroduced, issues can quickly come back. If you have a skin issue of any sorts, cut gluten. The achieved relief will be night and day for most. That's all for today. If you have any further questions and would like to contact me, listed on the following screen is all the forms of contact in which you can reach out to me, and I would be more than happy to help. Thank you.